Hi, welcome to Blazor UI lab. Today we are going to build a custom Blazor component that takes button to the next level. So a dynamic button with a built-in progress indicator for better user experience. So we'll make a button which you can use for async operations like API calls and form submissions. It will support different styles as well, like primary, success, warning, danger, and information. And then it includes a built-in loading in animation to indicate the progress. So and we won't use any third-party libraries, just pure Blazor and CSS, and it will be fully customizable for any Blazor project. And now the question is where you can use this special button. So you can use it for form submissions. You want to show a progress while submitting data. You can use it for API calls, indicating when data is being fetched from a server. You can use it for file uploads, displaying progress when uploading files. Even you can use it for processing payments as well, so which prevents the duplicate clicks while payment is being processed. Because when the button is in progress state, so it goes in disable state, so a user cannot click it multiple times on this, and then once the process is completed, so you can enable it again. And then also you can use it for long running tasks and keep user informed with the loader that something is going on, so like this. So whether you are building a modern Blazor app or just want an interactive button, this component is a must have. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more awesome Blazor tutorials. So let's start. First thing first, so let's create the custom component. Add a new razor component. Let's call this progress button. And we also need the code behind. And the corresponding style sheet as well. Okay. And so let's set this color as partial. So we need a button, and then we will style it. As I said that we can use primary button, information button, warning button, success button, so all these kind of buttons. So we'll have let's have some properties for this button first over here. So parameter public button type, which is not yet defined, and then we'll define just in a while. And then button type, we need a different type of button, like it can be primary, it can be information, warning, or all that. So we need to define this enum. So let's define this into our models folder and then create a new enum file. Okay. Public enum button type primary success warning and info. So we'll start with primary. So these are the different possible button types we can have. So yeah, but by default, if we don't set any particular style, so it should be primary one then. Okay, and then our button should have a text as well, which we want to display on the button. So parameter text, okay, which you want to display into the button. So we will display text over here, okay, and so we can set the button type, we can set the text. To save the time, I have the CSS ready for the button, so I'll copy this to our the style sheet, then we'll walk through it. So we have a button class which just this formats the button the way it should be displayed, like it just have a paddings, it has a font size, it's a border radius is, it shows a pointer, and then a bit of animation as well. So you can style it in the way you want it to be. So this is just minimal settings. We can also set the minimum width also, which 140. You can adjust it according to requirement. And then it also has a disable option. So once we disable the button, so it will be slightly opaque. You can also adjust this setting to suit your requirement. And then once it is disabled, it won't attract any cursor clicks or anything. And then this is the basic button. And then we have a primary button, which has a blue background and the white text on it. So once we hover over there, so the background becomes a bit darker. And then we have loading spinner also, which just moves to the 360-degree. And then it has some certain size, which is consistent to the button at the moment. Width is 16, height is that one. It has a border of 2 pixel and the current color, whatever color the button has. So it will get from there, and then the border is a transparent so that it shows me moving animation. The border rate is 50% to have a round. So all that settings, but you are free to play around with that one. You can use any other loading indicator of your choice instead of this spinner. So just want to demo how we can combine animation and text and settings to have a professional progress button. So these are the CSS settings, and I will supply over here, and I will call this class button, and then now also it depends upon the which button type it that one. So each button type has its corresponding CSS. Like right now I have for the primary button, so if it is a danger button, it could be button hyphen danger, and then all different background color, different text color, and then different hover color as well. And same way button success, so different background color and faux color and a hover color as well, so we can extend it to. So right now I'm using the primary, so whatever is the type, so we can say um, type dot toString to lower. So the idea is that one. So whatever is the button type, it will be converted to the lower string and then lowercase, so which will match with our class like primary, success, and all that, and then it will match over here with one of them. But definitely we need an prefix also over here to so we need to have like for instance this one and that, this one and that. So it will replace this, it will stuff uh, what did I made wrong. Yeah, button to string to lower, and might be we need to wrap that into a no, it's all good actually. I need an additional closing commas to cover this one. Okay, so good. So we have a button. It's primary at the moment. It shows the dynamic text. And then let's have this. How does it look? I have already created a demo page to demonstrate this. So pages, uh, progress button demo. Over here, progress button. Okay. using okay, it's autocomplete. Okay, so we have a button. So we don't define anything to it, so it's a primary. So, but we can define that type equals button type primary. We have others also, but we have not defined yet CSS for them. So let's try this. How does it look? And also text as well. Text, we can say load. Okay. Here it shows us perfect. It shows me the primary button with the text perfectly centered horizontally and vertically, and then it also has a hover effect. So that's what we wanted. Now we want to show the animation on that one. The idea is that one, we want conditional loading, show the indicator on the left of the text then. So it's conditional one. We don't want always to display that animation. So we can have a property over here, show loading. Show loading. Yeah, show loading or loading. Need not to have that. So this flag determines whether we want to show the loader or not. Okay, and then over here we want to conditionally show that. So we can say if loading, then show the animation. Otherwise, need not to do anything. Okay, and then we all have already CSS for this one, the spinner. So we will have a span. Apply this class to that one, to the span. So okay, over here, span, which will act as a spinner. Okay, yeah, seems fine. So but that one is conditional, so by default it won't show anything, but once we want it to be, only then it shows. So in the demo page, I can have a property over here. I can say loading, okay, false, and then I can set this to the custom component, loading. Okay, loading, and but definitely we have to set it true also, so that we can see the animation. We can have another button. By clicking on that, we can toggle or just inverse the loading variable. Another option, let's have a click event callback, and then we will capture that very quickly. Okay, public event callback on click. Okay, so good. And then we also, let's have a function which we will call on the click of the button. Okay, button click. You can call it any function name. So button clicked, whatever you want it to be. And then it will call the event callback. Okay. Yeah, seems fine. And now we have to map this method with the click. We can say on click equals this thing. Yeah. Yeah, just to see everything clearly. So on the button click, once we click on the button, it will call the local function. Button clicked, yeah, seems fine. And then it will call the event callback. So over here in the demo, we will capture that click event, and then we can say on click, and over here we will toggle the loading variable. Loading equals loading, it will be inverse of that one. So if it is true, it will get false. So if it is false, and then it will get true. Okay, and then it will show or hide the our indicator on that one, but we have that loaded spinner already. So let's try this out. So far so good. Yeah, it shows, but on the right side, but we want it to be on the left side. So what we'll do, we'll put the text after the loading indicator. So now it will be showing the 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 loading indicator first, and then text after that one. So just want to make sure. Let's try. Yeah, it shows, and it hides, it shows. So it works as a toggle, but usually this is not the case actually. So once we click on that one, it should get disabled, and then it can be only enabled again once the process, maybe API call or some other long running process is completed. That will set the loading to false. But this one is just demo, so we can toggle that. But just wanted to show you that it works, and then it shows also. So you can use a different animation over here and all that. So if you want to disable it, so what I want to do is that one. So once we click on that one, it should get disabled actually. It should get disabled, and then only when the loading finishes or the loading is set to false, then it should be enabled. So the loading value can determine whether the button is clickable or not. So let's do that. And one thing more actually before that, once we click on that one, it shows me loading, but we want a different text on that one, like loading, but in the normal state it should show the load, but clicking on search. So we can have another property over here. It's very easy. We have already a text, so we can have another property, like I can say busy text. Busy text. So it means that once the button is in a busy state, so it will show this text instead. And then I can conditionally show this on the button. I can say over here, okay, if loading, then busy text, otherwise the normal text. Okay, loading. Okay, and we need to set the busy text also. So normal text is load, but busy text could be loading. So let's try this out quickly. Yeah, perfect. It shows, huh? Yeah. And now let's go back to the disable. So disable is very easy actually. So we'll have additional property to have that one, but just want to set this on button actually. So we can say this disabled equals loading. So very easy. It means that if the loading is true, then disabled attribute will be applied to the button, otherwise it won't be. So it depends. If it is false, then this attribute won't be applied to the button. So let's try this as well very quickly. So it's enabled now. See, we cannot do that one. So that's nice actually. Now it can be only enabled by the parameter, this one, from the demo page. So if the demo page we set it to true or false, and then only it will go away. So that's how it behaves now. So it's good actually. That's what we wanted it to be. It shows, and then that's it. Okay, and one thing more actually, you might have noticed actually. Yeah, it's good actually because it shows a different text and then different one, and then we cannot enable disable it with the click of the button now. So that's good. So this is the button. In the nutshell, it shows you the loading indicator and the text as well on this one, and all that thing goes. So you can now extend it to use a different type of animation over here and the different background, like we have over here, the primary, success, warning, danger 2, which will give a different background color to the button according to the situation. And then also we can have one more property over here, animation type, like we want to show a different animation type for the different situations, so that you can also configure them. Just all you have to do is that one, add more spinners, loaders over here, and name them in such a way that you can use an enumeration like we did for the button into over here, and then map that and then apply that conditionally over here. I have a working project which does the exactly same thing. Let me execute this first to you, then we will walk through the implementation. So it shows, it nicely shows the button or possible combinations of that one. And then we have a primary button, we have a success button, and then we have a warning button, and then danger and information also. So once we click on that one, it shows different type of animations actually, like it shows the 3 dots bubbling, and then it shows the progress bar also, and then it shows something pulse and a bouncing ball. So we have demoed the first one, and the other 4s are not so difficult. Just need to change the CSS for the button and a different indicator. So if I take you to this complete example, over here we have different CSS now. So this was a primary button, this is a success button, so which differs only with the background and the text color and the hover as also, and then all these the buttons with different button types. And then we have different type of loaders also. This is a spinner, this one is a dot, and then we have a bar like a progress bar, and then we have the pulse also. And then this is you can use any one of your choice actually. Just pull in the animation you want it to be over here, just format it in such a way that it looks consistent with the text and the button size, and then all that stuff. And additionally we have more properties also. The button has a type, primary, it has a animation type also. That's very interesting. That's what we added. So it shows the busy text, and then on click event also, and loading, and then button click. So if we examine the animation type, so it has different type of animation like spinner, dots, progress bar, pulse, and these name match with the class. So a loader dots, and the loader spinner is there, dots is there, and then we have a progress bar, and then we have a pulse. So all that, so they match with this the enumeration values. So all we are doing is that just converting the animation type to string and then converting it to lower, so it will pick the right CSS class over there. And these three dots are additional one which won't disturb you, just to accommodate this animation actually, because there are three dots and then they are moving, but otherwise the one div is enough. So just put it some extra three divs over here to facilitate that dots animation. But they will keep lying over here silently, won't disturb anything, and the rest of the implementation of the different animation types. So let's wrap up. So like, you can use these buttons for different situations actually, like as I said earlier. The first one, the primary one, you can use for loading states, like submitting a form or something. Second one you can use for very small wait times or some quick updates which is not going to take long time. And this one you can use for file uploads or some long running process, a bit long, maybe a few seconds. And then that one you can use for syncing data or real-time updates or refreshing dashboard, like possibly automatically over there, and something, or authentication or something, or checking the user input. So with our imaginations and different combinations of text and the animation type and different button type, we can create progress buttons for almost all situations in our project. So this is how it looks. Let me show you. So it will stay over there normally. So once we click on that one, so they will, it's just demo, but definitely they will be enabled and disabled by the process in your project. So that was the progress button demo. So if you like this, please like my channel, and then which encourages me to create more videos like that. So if you have any questions or comment, please write down. I will try to answer them for sure. Thank you. Thanks for watching.